Hey guys, this is Paul Edison from All In Into Space.
Hi, I'm Chiara.
My name is Stephen, I'm from All In.
And today we're going to be playing Fact or Myth. Grades are everything. I would say that's definitely a myth.
Myth.
Grades are not everything. When admissions officers are looking at your profile, they're looking at a lot of different things.
In order to put yourself at an advantage, you have to have a good profile, a good CV, and all of that stuff other than grades.
It's a myth because it is important to make an essay become more powerful for you.
Both. Of course, you don't want to brag, you don't want to say, I am the smartest person alive. And obviously it's good to tell the admissions team that you've done stuff and you've grown from that experience and be proud of what you've done, right? But don't brag, obviously.
That's a fact, because sometimes this admission official want to know more about you in social media, whether you are capable or not.
That's absolutely a fact. So yeah, you want to make sure that your digital track record is clean, guys. Seriously, Google yourself, okay? Look yourself up on TikTok, look yourself up, on Instagram, and yes, you want to show that you are someone with a social life, but if you have a lot of pictures with you getting drunk, partying with your friends all the time, then perhaps you want to make sure that those photos or those reels, those videos are private just to your friends, or have a second account that's totally unconnected and unidentifiable from your main account. Okay, so it should not be traceable back to you.
Fact. Yeah, so SATs aren't mandatory anymore for US universities, but we still highly recommend them because if admissions officers are going to compare between you who hasn't done the SAT and someone else with the exact same profile but who has done the SAT and they've done well at the SAT, it's probably going to be the other person who gets accepted. So, it doesn't hurt. You don't lose anything to try and do it. So why not do it?
That's a fact, because an SAT score is one of the most important thing when you are going to college in university around the world.
I would say that's a myth. Instead of doing every activity out there, what you want to do is you want to strive for what is called a juxtapositional depth. What I mean by that is you want to pick maybe 2-3 very different activities that you go really, really in depth in to show that you are not a one-dimensional person. Let me give you an example. So for instance, you are a member of the mathlete club at school. Your other activities or the other things in your profile should be completely different. So for instance, if you're a mathlete, maybe focus on something softer, publish a poetry anthology, on the side. And maybe do some business leadership activities as part of your personal project, maybe. So in that way, people can see that, oh, the student is actually really good at math, which is something that maybe you want to major in, but you're also versatile and adaptable enough to actually have other hobbies that make you a human being and not just a robot who can only do one thing.
I think that's a myth, because you need just several activities that excel you more. That's a fact, because you need someone who close with you, especially the teacher, the tutors, for them to make a recommendation because they already acknowledge you more about yours.
Fact. So some students think that maybe I should do a summer program at Harvard and then that would be my chance to get to know this Harvard professor and ask them to write a recommendation letter for me. But the reality is, if they don't know you well, they've known you for just a single month, they're not going to be able to write the best letter for you. And the reality is, the best person who can write that letter for you is the teacher who knows you best.
That is definitely a myth. You definitely want to start as soon as you can. When you're in grade 12, especially if you attend like an international school, that's usually when like things get really busy with projects and exams. So you don't want to burden yourself with starting your admission application and studying for your life-deciding exams within the same time span. So what you want to do is you want to start, I would say, start as early as grade 9. Start exploring when you're in grade 9 and grade 10, and then when you're in grade 11, like you want to start expanding and scaling up on some of those early day exploration. And then when you're in grade 12, it's mostly just polishing, maintaining, while you're actually doing the whole admission application process as well as studying for exams.
Myth. So you only have like 6 months from the time you start grade 12 to apply. So obviously you need a lot of time to prepare, and if you start in grade 12, you'll only have time to do your essays and maybe do one activity. That's not ideal. You want to start as soon as possible. Start, exploring and figuring out what you want, and then continuing to do activities in that area. So it shows that you've really thought about your future as early as possible too.
Okay, now that you got all your facts straight, just want to say all the best with your university admissions preparation. Remember, it's all in the prep. So yeah, remember to like and subscribe, and all the best with your university prep. Bye-bye!
Bye.
Bye!